Good morning, good morning, good morning. You are now live on the YouTube segment of the Optimal You with yours truly, your life coach and host, Renee. Now, listen, guys, listen. I know many of you may be great bakers and you know how to get your thing going and your stuff sorted. I know, right? I know. But I also want to invite you today to contemplate and consider uh, consider um probably learning to do things a little different. You can mix and match and you can do all the things. Yes. So today we are normally talking about finance on a today's what day? Thursday? On a Thursday. Almost lost it there. We usually talk about finance on a Thursday, but today we are going to learn to make the perfecto, the perfect Jamaican cake. And in Jamaica, one of the things that we do is that we eat Easter. Lord gee, oh my, come back, come back. We eat a lot of people, maybe not me, but a lot of people eat fruit cake. My husband loves fruit cake. And some people like it heavy and some people like it light. And so this one I'm going to show you, the baker says it is light fruit cake. Okay. And so I'm going to be showing you this light fruit cake. So if you've never baked fruit cake before, what you are going to learn today, right? You are going to learn to do it today. Oh, you know what I didn't do for you guys? I did not put the ingredients. But don't worry, I can always add it. Yes, I shall. And I will add the ingredients for you at a later date in terms of portions and so on. I will add it for you. Matter of fact, I'll do it for you tonight. And so when you go back to check, you'll see it. Yes, man. So I'm going to show you this lovely cake. Yummy, yum, yum. And you are going to tell me what you're thinking of because I want to know if you tried it after I put up the ingredients. I want to know if you tried it. I want to know if you enjoyed it. I want to know if yours came out nice and pretty. Okay. I want to know if yours came out tasty. Was it heavy? Well, she said it's a light. This one is a light. So let's get into it. Shall we get into it? Let me get into it. Okay. Fruitcake. If you love fruitcake, let me see you raise your hand. If you love Jamaican fruitcake, let me see you raise your hand. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan, but I am Jamaican. All Jamaican, but I'm not a fan. So let's go. Let's see what it looks like. Here she is actually going fruit. Let's show this is just eggs, there's butter and sugar, there is flour with the spices, right? And then there is the cut and holding in at the majority of when the food and out slowly adding that and then slowly gradually adding flour to the And then she know adding the main syrup, right? And then she how it's more not done. So how it look at this. And then add a little mixture of wine and rum. So you don't have to let me pause like this for 1 minute because I don't want anybody to condemn anybody, let me say. You say no, listen, you don't have to put rum and wine on yours. Okay? But the fruit cake usually has rum and wine or wine. So if you're not into the I don't know. Probably somebody can give a recommendation as to what you can put if you don't put the rum and the wine. But from I know myself, and I'm not young, I know it's rum or wine or both. So if there's another alternative for those who might say it is wine bibbing, you're drinking wine secretly, then you can feel free to tell me because I'd love to know. And I'm sure there are listeners who would like to know as well who has always put the rum in it, right? Okay, so let's go and finish washing because it's almost done. Very short. Yeah. All right, let me go. So, oh, somebody said they can't hear the talking. Okay, let me be quiet. So, okay, so the baker says it's for the flavoring. I thought so. I'm a bright girl. It's for the flavoring and also it preserves the cake, right? So it is for the flavoring and it preserves the cake. This cake looks scrumptious. Oh, Joanne Zopan says, oh, she can't hear me. Oh, when the music is playing. Oops. Okay, I'm sorry, Joanne. But she says the cake looks delicious. It is delicious. All right, let's finish. Let's finish watching this. All right. So here's a tip from the baker. So the baker says, and the baker, let me tell you who the baker is. The baker is First Lady Shanique O'Connor of TCC Edmonton. And she says because it's not generally stored in the refrigerator, oh, because you don't normally put it in the fridge, so you want to put the wine and the rum on it to keep it preserved and to add a little kick, you know what I mean? to to it, right? But yes, and Sister O'Connor actually bakes. So in the event that you want one of these cake and you live in Edmonton or you live in Leduc or you live in the surrounding areas and you want one of these cakes, I don't know if she's taking orders at this point, but you can reach out to me and I will see how best I can connect you. She needs to tell us in the chat, are you taking orders in the event that persons, and do you ship your cake? Do you send your cake to the USA and other places? We'd like to know. But yes, she took the time, and I really appreciate her doing this demo for us, showing us how to do it. And again, I will be placing the ingredients in the description later today. It is not there now. But it's a beautiful cake. It's a beautiful cake. And she says, a blessed Christmas from her family to yours. And it's a beautiful picture of her and her husband and her two sweetie pie children. Thank you, Sister O'Connor. We do appreciate that. Now, guys, if you hear a little sound on my back in my background, people, I think there's some construction going on somewhere, right? So let us talk about this cake a bit. Now, this is one of the traditions, Jamaican traditions, where we have the cake and we have the sorrel drink. Maybe we'll get a demonstration from someone how we make the sorrel. If anybody wants to show us how, that would be nice. And if in your country, what do you eat in terms of pastries or your what would they call that now? Your dessert? What do you have? I'd love to know what you have in Canada, the US, Africa, wherever you are. What do you have as your dessert if you do at Christmas time? Is it the regular desserts or do you have something else that you enjoy? Because the truth is, different countries, different people have different things that they eat in terms of their desserts at Christmas time. So, you normally have the regular things, but at Christmas, something else comes out, and you enjoy that. People eat fruit cake right around the year, all through the year. But Christmas time, oh my, buckets of it, because people make a lot and they will share with neighbors and family members. So that's one of the beautiful things I love about living in Jamaica. The sharing, the giving, the caring, you know. What I would love if we'd extend more though is to, even though we give to the needy, we could make it a little, extend it a little more to the needy. But we usually feed each other, feed our family members, house to house, church to church. I mean, we share, we share a lot at Christmas time, and that's something that I must say as a Jamaican, I'm so proud to call myself a Jamaican as it relates to that aspect of Christmas. So that's one of the things. So last week we looked at, wasn't last week, it was on Tuesday. We looked at the using the leftovers to make egg muffins when the family comes over at Christmas and you don't know what to do. You can make some egg muffins. The week before, last week Tuesday, we shared with you what the Belizeans do for Christmas dinner. And I'm still waiting to hear what some of you do. Send me a video, man. A friend of mine sent me a picture yesterday, and I wonder if I can show it to you one of these days. I will show it to you. She went out with her family to have Christmas dinner, pre-Christmas dinner. But it is good to share what you do in your neck of the woods so that all of us can be aware, like, oh, okay, and some of the things we can try. Because, for example, in Belize, they have rice and beans. Now, in Jamaica, we have rice and peas. And it looks like this very same peas because it's the red pigeon. Is pigeon they call it? Anybody can rescue me? I think it's pigeon peas. I think it's the same red peas that they use. And what they ensure that they do, as Earlette would say, they bust the peas. So when it's boiled, the beans, they would press it to ensure that the color comes out and the whole thing. And but in Jamaica, normally we don't necessarily go out to crush the peas. We just cook it, and when the water is nice and red, and you put in your ingredients and stuff. So it's pretty much done similarly to how we do it in Jamaica. I'd love to know in the UK, in Africa, in the US, in Canada, what do you cook at Christmas time? And what does a table spread look like at Christmas time? I hope I'll be able to even share that with you when my family gathers for Christmas, because it's always good to see what it's like in different places. Guys, thank you so much. Joanne Zopan says, Merry Christmas. And that goes out to all the viewers and listeners. We go back over to studio. Thank you so much for this quick flick. Yes, that we just looked at. So if you want to know how to do it, check me back later when I put the description in, and you'll be able to see the entire thing to know exactly how the portion that you do. And I want you to try it. Try it and see how it goes. Thank you so much, Mrs. O'Connor, for doing this for us. And again, if you want cake, she bakes and sometimes she sells. So if you're interested, just let me know. If you're in Edmonton, don't give her an extra work to be out of Edmonton. You know what I mean? If you're in Edmonton, like the surrounding areas there, I'm sure she'd be glad to bake you a cake or two. And her cake is nice. I've tested and proven and tasted it. It's great. Thank you, guys. Bless you. Have a wonderful weekend. From the YouTube segment, we're going back to studio, but you have a wonderful weekend. And thank you so much for joining me, your life coach and host, Renae. We'll do it again. Now, if you have not yet bought your book for your child, The Night When Christ Was Born, on Amazon, you are late. But I think you probably can still get it before Christmas because the foreign lands get the things very quickly. Hmm? So order your copy for that child in your life and read it and give me a review on Amazon. Tell me the book is so good. It's so exciting. Mm-hmm. Yes, man. Go and buy a copy. If you don't have any children, buy for your nieces and your nephew because it's our responsibility to teach the children the true meaning of Christmas. It's not about the bling bling. It's not about the Christmas lights. It's not about the trees. It's not about the gift getting and giving. Yes, that's all a part of it. But the main reason for the season is Jesus Christ. And that's what this book is about. So I encourage you to go on out and get your copy of The Night When Christ Was Born, written by Denise Renae Brackett. God bless you and see you guys next week. Bye.